This is Lanya Marie's Wisdom. If this is your first time here, I am so excited to have you. This channel is dedicated so you can benefit from my years of wisdom. What God is taking me through. Oh yeah, I'm fixing to run and tell that. Also on this channel, you get motivation and inspiration. You will be thoroughly entertained. Today's video is titled, How to Tell If You May Be Getting Ready to Get Fired, and if so, you can thrive instead of just survive. If this sounds like a channel that you would be interested in, please hit the subscribe button below. Also click the bell button below so you can be notified when I post a new video. The music is by Classic the Producer on Instagram. Check out his content. It's dope. Hold on for this very valuable, very informative, faith-inspired video. Okay, starting out, I'd like to say this is not to put down any particular employer. I am not targeting anyone. Now look, don't be trying to come for me, because if you do, all I'm going to do is run. Also, you guys on the job, just do what you're supposed to do in every single way. Your punctuality, your work ethic, your attitude, everything, and you don't have to worry about getting fired. Now, when they fire you, just in case you mad, don't be sitting up in that damn office talking about, I'ma blow this bitch up. Don't be doing that. You may want to, it's just not very wise. Just in case you like being in an orange jumpsuit, locked up, 3 meals in a cot, and somebody telling you what to do. If that's the case, go right ahead. Have at it. But anyway, let's get into some of the clues that you may possibly be getting ready to get fired. First and foremost, follow your intuition. It's usually right. If something doesn't seem right on that job, if all of a sudden your boss starts to micromanage you, they start to be really mean to you, you just feel oppressed, you're like, what's up? They may be getting ready to fire you. If all of a sudden you start getting written up, and especially if you don't have a history of getting written up, and if you start getting written up for silly stuff that someone else could do much, much worse, but you do this little bit, but they write you up. If something doesn't make sense, that means it's not true. And especially when those write-ups don't make any sense. You'd be like, you wrote me up for that? Really? But John over there burned down the building and he kept his job. Sometimes your coworkers may come to you and kind of be like, look, pull you to the side and be like, look, I just want to give you a bit of a warning. Is there anything in particular, or they may tell you something in particular, you need to kind of straighten up a bit because you're being watched. Sometimes your coworkers, some of them may be a little bit cold and distant because they know you get ready to get the can, right? If an employee is being trained while you're still working for your exact same position, that might be a red flag. They getting ready to get rid of your butt. Now, this is very important. If you're on a job and you pay the union has an obligation and a duty to represent you. If you're called in the supervisor's office, you have the right to say, does this involve any disciplinary action? If that supervisor says yes, as a union member, you have the legal right to say, hold on. I won't say anything until I'm represented by a union rep. Or you can step into the office and talk to the supervisor or supervisors, but you don't have to say anything. You can literally take notes. Mum's the word. Think of the union as an attorney. They're there to represent you. And oftentimes, the less you say is actually better. Now, what good is a problem without a solution? Sometimes on a job, when a person gets fired, you were probably ready to go anyway. They just answered the prayer by you getting fired. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you're fired, sometimes from that same employer, check with your human resources department. You may be eligible to be rehired, but you have to check with human resources because they have the accurate information as to yes or no. Even though you were fired, are you eligible to be rehired? Always file for unemployment if you are fired immediately. Also, too, make sure that when you file for unemployment, you have all your paperwork lined up so that when you file online, there isn't a delay. If you don't have exact dates of the employer, the exact dates that you were fired, your exact wages, it is going to delay your unemployment. Also, you guys, self-check. What did I do wrong? Did I deserve to be fired? What can I do to learn from this? Assess yourself. You know dang well whether or not you contributed to it. Also, too, while you're unemployed, fired, you now qualify for a lot of low-income programs because you are currently low income. I applied for LIHEAP. It's an energy assistance program where once a year they will pay your Edison bill. You can also apply through Edison, they can weatherize the home. They can put in weather strips. They can put in stuff like energy efficient light bulbs, stuff like that. I also qualify for a swamp cooler. In other words, take advantage of the fact that you low income. You better go get your damn chips, girl. The money's down. Go get your chips. Don't be playing, don't be playing, don't be playing. Use this time to strengthen your faith. Strengthen it, grow closer to God, and He will draw closer to you. Time by itself does not heal all wounds. It's what you do with that time that allows you to heal. It allows you to look for another job. It allows you to just self-check and realize and work on you. Use that time wisely. Don't just sit there and fall into a deep depression, woe is me, they're so unfair, and call them 50 million names. A lot of that is normal because you may be angry, but get past that as quickly as possible and get to the good part. Things that you didn't have time to do, you have time now, don't you? Blessings often come in hidden packages. That's just the way life is. You have to accept the sunshine as well as the rain. And remember, you guys, most blessings also come with a lesson. This happened for a reason, whether or not you contributed to getting fired or you had absolutely nothing to do with getting fired. You were the best employee you could possibly be. You literally begged, I want to keep my job. I got responsibilities. I got kids, whatever. And this is how you know you're going to be blessed even more if you did absolutely nothing to be fired. But you know what? Even if you contributed to it, even partially, you're still going to be blessed. But to unlock that blessing, it all depends on how you respond to it. Oh, another thing too. When you wanted that job in that interview, you were kind, polite, and professional. Make dang sure you leave that job kind, polite, and professional. I think it's more important, not how you start or how you enter the job. I think it's more important how you leave. Your reputation could precede you before you even enter the door. Make sure it's a good one, unless they're not telling the truth. Okay? If you've gotten to the end of the video, I hope I was a blessing and I added some words of wisdom and gave you some very, very valuable information. My best friend, Congrea, said, I think everyone should know what it's like to be fired from a job. And I think I agree. And the reason being, he said, because you have to know you can make it. You can thrive after being fired. You don't have to survive. You can actually thrive. Thank you for watching. Have a very, very blessed day. Bye.